Already a champion, a multiple champion of the BDO women's title, or Lorraine Winstanley, who's seeded 5 and looked good in round 1. Freshman's had a word with both.
What a pleasure to be joined by Anastasia and Lorraine, two great friends who go back quite a while. Now, Lorraine, when did you first meet Anastasia? She's giggling already.
Don't tell the truth.
Don't tell the truth.
No.
It must be about 6 years ago, I think, at the Dutch Open, I think we met.
Yeah, probably.
I think.
And you've been doubles partners since...
5 years?
No, it's the
6 years.
same, because I think... Didn't I ask you at the Dutch Open?
No, I think our husband set us up.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Your fiancé at the time.
Ooh.
Yeah, we got set up.
Oh, well, very
Like
nice.
a blind date and everything.
It's like a blind date, but you know,
My life's
it
never
it
been
was
the
a-
same.
It was a perfect match because you two have been so successful together. And one of you is going to knock out a very good friend. What happens at the end of the game?
Well, that depends who wins. No, I'm joking.
You run off crying or you congratulate? Is it going to be hugs at the end?
Yeah.
Always. Always.
Could be different behind stage, but yeah, for TV you have to be like,
The fact that you care about each other, though, which it feels like you do, does that not ever come into it? Do you ever think about the other person's emotions?
You have to be thinking about your own emotions as close as we
yeah,
are.
tell the truth, you don't care about my feelings.
You don't have any feelings.
It's true.
Ice Queen.
Oh, yeah.
Do you not think to have a giggle together, have a little laugh?
No.
Not like now.
To be fair, we both were gonna go there and play our own game, and obviously Lorraine believes she can win, I believe I can win, and it's on a day.
We're all here to win. You wouldn't be here if you didn't want to.
Well, good luck. Friends turn into foes, but I wish you both all the best. May the best woman win.
Thank you.
Well, it's lovely that they're such pals. It just reminds me a little of Jamie Hughes and Jim Williams last night, where that friendship makes it difficult to kind of get the needle that sometimes you need.
Yeah, Anastasia's Russian.
Ah, good point.
Yeah, she's fierce. She's fierce. She has that ability to switch on and switch off. Yeah, you can just see the way she plays, her mannerisms. Yeah, she will. Might change when she's had her baby. Might soften her slightly, but yeah, at the moment she's got game. She loves to win, and you know she is here for one reason and one reason only, and that's to pick that trophy up.
Well, I'm sure you're right. And obviously, she's done that before. Lorraine, though, has a decent record here, been a semi-finalist. Clearly, I don't know her, but doesn't strike me as a pushover type of personality.
No. I mean, they're actually both capable of beating each other 2-0. You know, they both got that A game that's really rock solid. Both, whether it be county or in tournament play, have had big averages. I think it's just going to come down to doubles and a bit of composure in key moments. But there's a big difference in their averages. Only one game played, I know, but I think there's something like 10 points different. I think Anastasia's 10 points in front.
She is.
Yeah, so that's,
she is.
You know, that's
11 actually.
That's something that's going to have to change to make it competitive. But I just got the feeling this could be a match that we reflect on, very much like the Dieter Hedman, Casey Gallagher, the Eileen de Graaf games. You know, it's got that mix about it.
And of course, it is pretty short format for the women at this stage of the competition, even at the quarter-final stage. It's a kind of race to 2 sets. If you get your nose in front, you can be hard to catch. So the women will be with us very shortly, Anastasia and Lorraine on So 2 down, 2 to go at the Lakeside. Tonight wins already for Corinne Hammond, who awaits the winner of our next match. Darius Labanauskas just getting the better of Christoph Ratajski by 4 sets to 3. Later, the 2 Dutch boys will strut their stuff, Richard Veenstra and Danny Noppert. But it is Anastasia and Lorraine who await. And Reshman is downstairs with the darting hubbies, Resh.
Hello there, yes. First of all, I have to point out, I think Chris Mason has a rival here with the old shirt combo. Dean and Tony, great to have you with us. Dean, of course, married to Lorraine. Tony married to Anastasia. I like the shirt, I have to say, first of all.
Chris Mason asked me to do it, so I said I'd do it. I'm blaming Chris.
You're looking good. Now, Tony, we heard a little bit about Lorraine and Anastasia's friendship, their great friendship. Obviously, they're doubles partners. How close are they, day to day?
They're very close. They travel to most tournaments together. They room together. I think every single day they're texting, speaking to each other on the phone. I think she probably spends more time with Lorraine. She actually lives with myself.
Yeah, I agree on that. Definitely. It's a bit weird, isn't it? But we don't say anything. We're not allowed.
Me and Dean are not that close.
No, we're bag carriers. That's all we are.
Yeah, you guys are just the bystanders, aren't you?
Yeah, we just come for the cola and the food.
But, to be fair, you've both been up on that stage. Dean, when it comes to giving advice, is there anything you can say to these ladies?
We've just had this kind of joke here to swap questions. No, because they've got to go up, they do it on themselves, you know, they only can throw as good as what they can do. We can't tell them to do anything. All we can do is have that face to look at when they look at us with that confidence, but there's no we can do. We are just study it, hoping to win, or Lorraine wins, vice versa.
And it's interesting, isn't it? Because we saw how friendships can affect some matches. We saw Jim Williams and Jamie Hughes yesterday. It looked like it really got to the two of them. But these two, although they're great friends, they can put that aside, can't they? Because they both have that real competitive edge.
I think it's going to either go one way or the other. I either think they're going to give each other too much respect, or they're both just going to get on with it and get on with their own games. I'm hoping they both just get on with their own games, because if they do that, it's just going to be an awesome game. And you'll see a proper ladies match if they both don't give each other the respect on the hockey in terms of friendship-wise, but in darts-wise, I know they will give them the respect. But if they just play darts, it's going to be a really good game.
We're really, really looking forward to this one. Not long to go now to see Lorraine Winstanley against Anastasia. Of course, time to hand you over now to our MC, Richard Ashcroft.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2017 Lakeside World Championships, and it's ladies quarterfinals day here at the home of World Darts, the Lakeside. We now introduce a former Lakeside World Championships semi-finalist, a winner of 10 BDO World Ranking titles, the reigning Scottish Open champion. It's England's Lorraine Winstanley!
Well, two great mates, but there can only be one winner for the right to play Corinne Hammond in the semis of the women's competition. First to 2 sets. We're all set, as are the two boys in the commentary box. Paul Nicholson alongside Jim Proudfoot.
Well, Matt, there have been a few matches so far this week here at the Lakeside where we talked about the friendship between the two adversaries. I don't think there are too many friendships as close as this one on the darting circuit. Anastasia Dobromyslova against Lorraine Winstanley. There are 2 former world champions left in the women's tournament. And here we see one of them. Lisa Ashton is already through. The other is Anastasia, 3-time winner here at the Lakeside, hoping to regain her title after her last success 4 years ago. That year, in 2013, she beat Lorraine Winstanley at this stage of the tournament en route to glory. Lorraine herself, a former semi-finalist, hoping to emulate that last 4th place that she achieved in 2012. Well, Paul, you played against mates of yours in the past, the likes of Mark Webster. Does it affect you? Does it give a different dynamic to the match?
Unquestionably. You've got to approach the game differently. You've just got to be quiet and get on with it and respect your friend, but at the same time you've got to be ruthless.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First set, first leg. Anastasia to throw first. Game on.
Of course, first and foremost, Anastasia is outnumbering Lorraine on stage. She's going 2 against 1. Oh, he said this week that it would be very interesting if Anastasia wins this title and tells her new child that you were there.
121.
Rogers there, ringside seat. Prize for the winner of this one, incidentally, a semi-final with 8th seed Corinne Hamilton after her victory earlier this evening.
60.
I speak to a few people about
55.
Anastasia recently and trying to get an insight as to what it's like to be pregnant and playing professional sport. I don't remember seeing it in any other sport.
140.
But it hasn't done her any harm. She won the Fender Masters recently, and I think that's just an incredible achievement.
5.
Now she comes here in good form, Anastasia. She's won 6 ranking tournaments in the last year. That includes 2 of her last 3. One of those being the Fender Masters. Decided out.
180.
And there's the first maximum of the evening for Anastasia. And leaves her with a shot at tops.
121. Anastasia, you require 40.
For a 13-dart leg.
Not a bad start to this match, is it?
Game shot
Very
of the
good
first
indeed.
leg. Anastasia Dobromyslova. Second leg, Lorraine to throw first.
That friends
Game
things
on.
out the window already.
$41.
It's interesting to watch Anastasia's darts land in the board. Very flat trajectory. Likes to build them on top of each other.
123.
As you can see, she'll just try and flip it to the side there. She's got a very good knack
100.
of being able to nestle them underneath as well. It's a very rare skill.
81.
Pinpoint stuff from the Russian.
121.
There wasn't really any room on top of that dart, but she found some.
Anastasia beat Rhian Griffiths 2-1 in a deciding set in the first round. An average of 86 in that match.
140.
But the darts in the early stage of this one at a different level.
I believe if she was to hit this one, it would tie the biggest finish ever seen in a ladies match at Lakeside. Currently owned by Lisa Ashton.
41. Anastasia, you require 99.
Corinne Hammond had a crack at it earlier. She missed the double 18. Dobromyslova has got 39 left. Now she's only got 32. And now how about that?
Anastasia Dobromyslova.
That's pretty lethal indeed. Dobromyslova takes a 2-0 lead, and first break of the match goes to her.
Superb darts. Goes without saying that in any
26.
tournament you don't just want to get a W, but you also want to send out a message to your potential opponents later in the tournament about your ability, about your form.
41.
That's something that Anastasia has been able to do. Dean Winstanley, Lorraine's husband, looking on. Dean, of course, a former finalist in this tournament back in 2011.
140.
Is that really 6 years ago?
Doesn't time fly.
Time flies indeed. Tell you what is flying. Anastasia's darts at the minute. Her average is
26.
quite good right now. First 9, not about 88, but her overall average is about 103. That says to me that she really is setting up the shots well.
105.
Look at those, lovely, and it just flattens at the end, like carrying it to where it wants to be, and then it just kicks down at the very end,
79.
allowing her to land them on top of each other. Lovely camera angle there.
Well, she's put herself into a fantastic position in this first set with that break of Lorraine's throw in the second leg.
95. Anastasia.
And she's on a finish again. 130 this time, and this is for the set. Treble 20 would leave Bull. Bullseye for a 130.
90.
Elected not to go for it, understandably so, with Lorraine back on 260, just setting it up.
It was the right thing to do at that point in time.
100.
Lay up,
Anastasia
hit a double
40.
that you've already hit in the game so far.
So it's tops, double 10 now. Double 5.
Game shot in the first set. Anastasia Dobromyslova.
And that is one lethal set of darts from Anastasia Dobromyslova, halfway to victory, and she's done it with one of the best sets ever seen on the Lakeside stage in the women's tournament. Absolutely pinpoint accurate, sensational stuff. She leads Lorraine Winstanley 1-0.
Well, never mind the blooming thunder snow. There's a Russian tornado blowing in Surrey, I tell you. Corinne Hammond, 2-0 winner over Casey Gallagher. She awaits, likely as not, Anastasia. Rataski just edged out by Daria Slabanauskas 4-3. The Dutch boys will be with us later. Veenstra and Norbert go head-to-head, but Anastasia is throwing some mean arrows at the moment. Lorraine Winstanley can do very little about it. In fact, Chris Mason, a quick look at the match stats, 98 plus overall for Anastasia. In fact, 8 points better than her first 9.
Yeah, there ain't many players that could do anything with that, to be honest. It's but we've seen it before, as we've mentioned. We've seen her throw a similar performance in the Grand Slam, you know, when she beat Vincent van der Voort.
Yeah.
So yeah, very capable. I'm not shocked. Like I said, I've seen it all before from her, so it's just a privilege to see her playing that well on TV in this event. It's a great credit to the ladies' game.
Absolutely. Anyway, back for Lorraine. Oof. Tough call as we go back to Paul and Jim.
Thanks, guys.
Second set, first leg. Lorraine to throw first. Game on.
So Lorraine with it all to do in the face of some Dobromyslova brilliance in that first set. And let's just put a couple of things in perspective. The highest televised average in the history of the women's game is 98.85. That was in the World Trophy. Lisa Ashton did that earlier this year. Highest average in the 16-year history of the women's tournament here, 95.97. That was Trina back in the semi-finals in 2006. So Anastasia has a chance of this being a real record-breaking match.
Absolutely right. And if you look at the statistics, it's very unusual to have a first 9 average a lot lower than an overall average, and that says to me that her 4th visit has been her best visit to the match so far. That's usually the one that you set up for the outshot and the shot at double. When you're doing that, you're putting your opponent under so much pressure.
26.
You just feel the pressure that Lorraine's under right now.
Anastasia's husband, Tony, has moved his vantage point for the second set round to a pretty central position, just in front of us, right looking under that lakeside sign on the right-hand side of the screen behind Lorraine.
140.
He really does feel the pressure for Anna. Speaking to him after the game with Rianne the other day, he was just looked like he'd been
50.
put through a washing machine. His nerves get fried, and he knows all about the pressures of the hockey. Someone who has played top-level darts and at the moment is
41.
concentrating on soft-tip darts over in the Far East.
Good second dart from Lorraine, setting herself up with a finish as she looks for her first leg of the match.
I think that break came at the wrong time for Anastasia, perhaps. She probably wanted to stay up there. Definitely came at the right time for Lorraine Winstanley.
105. Lorraine, you require 72.
72 then for Lorraine. Single 20 will leave tops.
32. Anastasia, you require 157.
Well, by virtue of that bullseye to leave a finish, she has an outside chance of the leg, and that outside chance is just got a little slimmer.
117.
Well, there is pressure on this
Lorraine,
tops.
you require 40.
Brilliant third dart. Tops then for Lorraine Winstanley. Now double 10.
Game shot in the first leg. Lorraine Winstanley.
Finally, she says,
Second
but
leg,
she's
Anastasia
on the board.
to go first. Game on.
First step. Sigh of relief for Dean and co.
She can't really grumble the way that Anna came out with the blocks in that first set. I don't think many dart players in the world would have been able to live with that performance.
81.
Corinne Hammond, remember, the 8th seed is the opponent lying in wait for the winner of this match.
140.
Lorraine aiming to emulate her best ever performance in this tournament when she reached the semi-final 5 years ago in the last four of the Wimbledon World Masters that year as well. Dieter watching on.
It's one thing I've noticed about this tournament.
123.
It is my first time at Lakeside. There's a lot of guys stick around even when they've been defeated, cheering on friends, colleagues.
98. Anastasia,
it's good to see.
138.
138. Can she emulate Keith Deller? She might, you know. She's going to set it up lovely.
98.
Tops when she returns. Having held her throw,
140.
Lorraine knows she has to break Anastasia's throw at some stage in this set. Doesn't look like it's going to be in this leg.
Game shot in the second leg. Anastasia Dobromyslova.
And it isn't.
Third leg,
Really
Lorraine to
clean
go first.
shot at tops.
Game on.
I mentioned Corinne Hammond gets the winner, and she will be the only person in the semi-finals who's never been there before. Obviously, Aileen de Graaf has been there before, as has twice champion Lisa Ashton, who I was very impressed with earlier this afternoon.
57.
Lorraine, of course, a winner of the Scottish Open earlier last year. One of the toughest ones to win.
Well, particularly her route to glory. We saw off the challenge of Aileen de Graaf, Lisa Ashton, and then beat Dieter in the final.
That's when you know you've earned it. Not just great players, but names as well.
140. 140. 60.
Well, not only does Lorraine have to break the Anastasia throw at some stage in this second set, but she has to hold herself. 160 when she comes back here.
99. Lorraine, you require 160.
260s with left tops. When Anastasia comes back to the board, she's got choices. She can go
45.
treble 20, treble 18 for ball.
Require 164.
These days, 2 treble 19s is very popular, but she's going to stick to the conventional route. Still got a chance. You need to go for it, Anna.
Just have a quick cursory glance at the scoreboard to see what Lorraine was on.
96.
Went for the treble 18
Lorraine,
with
you
that
require
second dart.
115.
Lorraine has 115 against her name here. Single 15. Tops for a 115.
95.
It wasn't too far away.
Anastasia, you require 68.
It really wasn't. It was a great effort. Anna's got 2 at double 4.
No
Oh,
score.
but she's busted. She's
Lorraine,
too
you
good.
require 20.
That's when you don't want a high score. Lorraine needs double 10. She gets
Game
double
shot
10.
the third leg. Lorraine Winstanley.
She's in this set.
Fourth leg, Anastasia
She's leading the
to
Russian
go first.
2-1.
Game on.
All the legs in set number 2 going
60.
with the throw at the moment. 2 crucial double 10s hit by Lorraine within this second set. It's going to be her first maximum of the week.
140.
Lorraine beat Anka Zalstra in the first round. Impressive checkout percentages in that game. 40% then, 33% now. And the stage is very tidy at 57%.
83.
Well, Lorraine didn't even drop a leg, did she? 3-0, 3-0 in 2 sets. That was a very good performance. Arguably her best one on the Lakeside stage, I'd say. It's pretty hard for Lorraine to get 180s
60.
with her somewhat bulbous darts. There's Paula Jacklin. She has graced the Lakeside stage a couple of years ago. Very colourful character from the east of England.
128.
We've seen the 180s are very possible with
45.
the shorter bulbous type barrel. Dennis Harbour, he had a few in his couple of games.
100.
His leg is on a knife edge though. Either girl could win.
$36. Anastasia, you require 130.
So 130 here. Treble 20 would leave Bull. Looks across
52.
towards the 18s. The treble 4 instead.
$22.
You saw the look
Anastasia,
of
you
fury
require
on Lorraine's
78.
face with those 2 single ones. So 78 for Anastasia. Double 12.
$54.
Very difficult for Anna to get that in double 12 when she covered the bed. She will come back. If she does, and pings that 24.
140.
She'll be one leg away from winning this contest.
12.
Some way south of that
Lorraine,
third
you
dart.
require 58.
And that gives Lorraine a chance for the set. It's tops. And it's
Game
1-1.
shot in the second set. Lorraine Winstanley. Third set, first leg. Anastasia to throw first.
Well,
Game
Jim,
on.
did you see the intensity on the face of Lorraine Winstanley when she hit the single?
100.
The face was just, you're going to be hit. And I'm seeing in this tournament this year with the ladies more intensity from all of the girls. It's great to watch.
180.
And there's the maximum, her first of the match. Both of the sets have gone with the throw. What will happen in this deciding third set? Perfect start to it from Lorraine. It's the fourth perfect dart.
83.
She's got the adrenaline pumping through her veins now. And that's what happens when you can control that adrenaline to your advantage. You can do things like this.
140.
Tana can literally hardly watch this.
Looks like Elvis right now. He looks like he wants to leave the building.
5.
I'll be hoping that he's not in Heartbreak Hotel in 10 minutes' time. Anastasia in control in this first leg of the deciding set.
Well, I put Anastasia just a slight favourite at the minute because of the match that she had in the first round with Rianne, because she was in a real tussle there, whereas Winstanley was not tested.
Lorraine, you require 138.
138, the old Keith Taylor shot again. Once more after those two slightly errant darts, she just composes her thoughts.
5. Anastasia, you require 82.
Just calm down is the message from Dean Winstanley. Double 7 for the leg.
68.
Well, 1-3-3 is a very, very difficult finish. It needs a level of perfection. Fortunately for Lorraine, that's not what she wanted. But what Anna needs is that double down in the bottom left-hand side of the board. Or is she going to split it? She's going to go double 2.
10.
Doesn't really scare it.
Lorraine, you require 92.
Went for the ball with the first dart. Now they left 10 and then double 16. Bullseye. For a break.
67.
Could hardly have been closer.
Anastasia, you require 4.
Double 2.
Game
For a very important leg indeed.
Dobromyslova. Second leg, Lorraine to
Husband's off his seat.
Game on.
I'm surprised, Jim, that Lorraine decided to move on that bullseye. I thought, you know what, just land it on top, it'll go in. And when she moved to the right-hand side, it just went to the left.
31.
It was very close, though. A very interesting look from the Russian dart player, as if to say, well, I waited for that one.
180.
Her second, turning off his feet again.
Yeah, beautiful use of the lie. If you look at the way that the third dart slides off the second
41.
one, it helps it to go in the segment. If that flight was not there, that was going low, and she knows it.
83.
Well, that maximum has given Anastasia the darts here against the Lorraine Winstanley throw.
60.
Dobromyslova has been mopping that brow of hers for the last couple of legs. It's very hot in here tonight. It might be freezing cold outside, but it's not inside the lakeside.
Moves to within 120 points of the break. Lorraine needs to hit the trebles.
60. Anastasia,
So
you
6
require
darts at 120 for the break and to move within a leg of the semi-final.
Boy, we hate hitting ones when we've got 100 left.
28.
We really do. But she's got a bit of time, but not as much as she wanted. Pressure could be applied.
76. Anastasia, you require 92.
Treble 20 would have left double 16. Now treble 12. Didn't hit that either.
52. Lorraine, you require 110.
Game changer shot this. If she can hit it. She can still hit it.
74.
Oh, great effort from
Anastasia, you
Lorraine.
require 40.
Dino was definitely wishing that was going in.
As it is, it's tops for Anastasia. Double 10.
20.
Just hasn't been able to take her chances to break here.
36.
And Lorraine in with a big chance of a hold that seemed inconceivable a few moments ago. Double 18. Double 14 now. Oh, what an adjustment. One side of the board to the other, under pressure. That's an excellent dart.
I'll check out the cheeky smile on Lorraine after she hits the double 4. I'm saying to myself here in the comms box, Jim, that was a good miss.
43.
Because the double 18 was shielded. All of a sudden she's got a clear bed, and I think she's saying, cheeky. But I got a bit fortunate there. But she took a chance.
100.
So we're all tied up again. One set all, one leg all.
I can't pick a winner right now. Speaking of people before this match started, it was a 50-50 split really of people
60.
saying, I fancy Lorraine, I fancy Anna. Well, we're being proved right, because you can't separate them right now.
128.
I bet these girls have been through so many battles like this over the last few years.
100.
It is a head-to-head that Anastasia has generally had the better of in the recent past. Beat Lorraine at the European Classic and the Howe Masters
60.
this year.
Anastasia, you require 130.
130 here, and again, 6 starts to do it. Treble 20 will lead ball. Moves across to the 18s. Excellent third dart, leaves a double 18 when she comes back.
Excellent leave when she needed it. Leaves something that she's comfortable with.
81. Anastasia, you require 36.
She'll get a lot of confidence if she can hit this first dart. Got to go low. Double 9.
18.
And all of a sudden, Winstanley's got a chance to go in front.
100.
Great first dart, sets up tops.
60.
She can't take the chance.
Anastasia, you require
What a chance
18.
it was. Tony still can't look. Single 10, leaves double 4.
Game shot in the third leg. Anastasia Dobromyslova. Fourth leg, Lorraine to throw first. Game on.
She edges closer. And that, like several of the legs before, it could have gone either way. Both players have
100.
missed chances really to get the job done by now.
I'm really enjoying this match. I really don't want it to end. Averages have gone out the window. We don't care about those anymore. We just want to see who's going to win it.
140.
Nerveless double 4 under pressure.
In these situations, Jim, it's all about leaving doubles that you're comfortable with.
36.
the hoo-ha around, they're all the same size. Put someone in this kind of set and they want their favourites. People like Wolfie want tops. I know Scott Waits wants double 18. I was always a 16s guy under pressure. Give me 10s and I would crumble.
81.
Well, she needs just one more leg if it comes now for the match. And she started ton 40, ton 40, ton 40.
140.
What a leg. Under pressure. Just like Trina's first round match, she needed a good leg and she pinged the 13 darter in the last leg of the match. Anna could actually eclipse that.
74 left. Treble 14's the shot. Double 16 for the match.
49.
Well, she will be back.
There's been missed doubles in this match from Anna.
60. Anastasia, you require
She will want
42.
rid of this. Quick smart. Double 16. Open bed.
Game.
Closed
Shot.
match. Anastasia Dobromyslova has taken out Lorraine Winstanley, and she's the one going to play Corinne Hammond in the semis.
Job well done by Anastasia. First set, absolutely sensational. Lorraine came back well. A hug, an embrace and a kiss between the two close friends, but there could only ever be one winner. And it's Anastasia Dobromyslova who makes it through to that semi-final with Corinne Hammond.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, keep your applause going for
What
those
a great
ladies.
match that was. Had a bit of everything. Anastasia out of the blocks like a rocket. Back came Lorraine after the break. It so often changes things. Anastasia just finding a way to win. The two husbands so involved from the sidelines. Just enough for Anastasia to make it through to the final four. Chris Mason, that was a joy to watch.
Yeah, really, really entertaining. Everything we built it up to be, it was. Unfortunately, the average drifted off as the pressure moments arose. But yeah, really entertaining. Great for the ladies' game. Gutted for Lorraine, lovely woman, but she'll be back.
No, absolutely. And Anastasia, it was unlikely you were ever going to keep that kind of blistering start up. But it's amazing how often the break takes the wind out of a player's sails.
Yeah, well, you start all over again.
Yeah.
You know, it's so much different lighting, the feel out, you know, when you go out the back to...
It's like the bubbles burst, isn't it? That moment's gone.
Yeah, you are. And darts is very much of the moment. You know, we've seen it so many times this week already where someone's had a 2-0 lead, gone out for a break, come out and just not been able to hit a thing for 5-10 minutes. And yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about the breaks, but we have to have them.
No, absolutely. It is a mojo sport. Anastasia found hers just when she did it most on the doubles at the end, and she's with Freshman.
Yeah, she is indeed, Anastasia. Clinical first set. You breezed through that one. Very difficult second one, of course.
Well, yeah, it's always the catch, isn't it? And yeah, Lorraine played so well, and I was like, oh no, please don't. And yeah, third set, I really had to dig in because I know she was practicing well, and I've seen what she can do.
We saw you struggling with those doubles in that final set as well. What happened?
Well, I think it's all games like goes to the double. You know, you can score whatever you want, but if you don't hit your double, that's it. So, yeah, I guess I'm one of them.
Match practice or just concentration or just bad luck today?
I don't know, maybe just like lack of concentration because I was practicing well and yeah, it's always hard to play against Lorraine, so as much as I try to switch off.
And you look like you did. There were times when you didn't even look at each other.
I know, yeah, but that was the plan.
Well, you stuck to it. Let's take a look at your final dart. We can just see it over here.
Look at me, I'm sweating. I was like, please, please, God, go. Please go.
Game.
I look fat. Why are you showing me that? I don't want to know.
Anastasia, you do have a
I know, yeah. I know.
real relief there. You can see that on your face.
Oh, yeah, oh, definitely, because I knew if it would go any further, it's, yeah. tough, you know.
Well, you managed to do it. You managed to put your friendship to one side. You managed to dig deep, as you said, and get that victory. Corinne Hammond next.
Okay.
How do you find that match?
Listen, let me just calm down after this one. I'm not even thinking about tomorrow. No, ask me tomorrow.
I'll ask you tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Really, really well done today. And we've got your friend here, Lorraine.
A bomb you interview.
Was that difficult? Was it difficult? I mean, you really, really dug in and came back into that game. You gave Anastasia a real fight there.
It's so hard. And when I took that second set and showed a bit of emotion, then I thought, oh no, that's not a good thing to do.
Yeah, don't stop me.
Because I know she's going to give me back.
That's why I was trying all first set, just like,
I know, yeah.
Yeah, don't give
And we
Lorraine
came off in the
nothing.
break, and we were in the little room, and it was like, don't look at each other, don't speak to each other, just get on with what you're doing. But,
you just smile.
yeah.
That's it.
Thanks for that.
I know.
No, you're
Hi.
friends, but you're so gracious, of course, in defeat, because it is, of course, to your great friend as well.
Oh, she's my bestie.
Oh, am I now? It was no friends like
Yeah,
day
I know it was
before.
no friends on the hockey before the game, but you are my bestie, really.
Oh, lovely to see. Well done, ladies. You gave us a really great match today.
Punch me in a minute. What do you mean? Thank you.
Always friends, but of course so often foes on the hockey. So it's Anastasia who progresses. She'll play the Aussie Corinne Hammond in the semis. And Eileen de Graaf takes on, I'm sure, still the favourite Lisa Ashton. She's perhaps shown the most consistent darts, but we've seen the highs that Anastasia can reach, and maybe with respect to the two, you'd pick those two as the likely potential finalists. But predictions are
It's just
penny.
so nice to see them like that after a game. It reminds me of what me and Phil were like when we used to play each other.
Absolutely.
No, it is nice, and they are great friends.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm doing the Anastasia Hammond match tomorrow night, so I'm looking forward to that.
And how often have we watched two male dart players on stages around the world and seen their respective partners, girlfriends, whatever, cheering them on? It's fantastic that two professional male dart players were so involved tonight.
Yeah, well, I suppose because they have first-hand experience of what it's like up there and the emotional roller coaster that darts is. But yeah, I think wives, girlfriends, friends, they go through more than you do on stage, because you sort of teach yourself to not let not to be too emotional about it all. And I think that's where Anastasia just carried the edge there. She had the ability just to switch off.
Yeah, they are obviously well aware of what it takes to be on stage, both Dean and Tony, but I don't know if it's something beyond that. It's because they care so much about their respective partners on stage.
Yeah,
isn't it?
absolutely, and they know how much it means to them, and they want it, and especially Tony. He lives literally every dart, and when he's lost, she's sort of, oh well, that's that, on to the next one. He's devastated. I've seen him shed many a tear when she's won this.